We all carry trauma, and for many, the only way that our psyche heals is through relationships. While meeting someone can be random, choosing a partner for any kind of relationship of any kind of depth is never coincidental. In an instant, when you meet someone, your psyche recognizes whether this person aligns with the growth or healing that you need. That's why many find themselves in the same type of relationship, facing the same challenges over and over again. And if you keep finding yourself in relationships with avoidance and the dynamics cause you emotional pain or any strong emotional reaction, this video is for you, because we're going to discuss something that not just going to help you survive, but also thrive. By applying these qualities, one of two things going to happen. Either your partner will begin to change as a reflection of your own growth, or the dynamic will stop being an emotional trigger, allowing you to move on and start attracting partners with healthier dynamics. And number one, being able to reflect. Self-reflection is about understanding that the deeper reason behind your choices and behaviors exist. At any given point, we have exactly what we subconsciously want. So our life is a reflection of what we really want. And if we keep choosing avoidant partners, it is because on some level it serves us. It's either satisfies a need or calms down a certain fear. And in psychology, it is called secondary gain. When a choice causes emotional pain, but also provides a hidden benefit that outweighs the pain for the psyche. One common pattern that I see with people drawn to avoidant partners is that they too are often afraid of closeness or commitment in relationships. If you are interested in learning more about other secondary gains, let me know in the comments, and I can make a full video on it, because there can be so many secondary benefits of actually being in relationship with avoidance. To identify your personal secondary gains, ask yourself these two questions. First is, what fears or discomforts arise for me when I think about being in healthy, emotionally available relationship? And you can just write down the entire list of the fears that can come to your mind. And the second question is, what do I gain, even subconsciously, by choosing avoidant partners? And the second ability is not being able not to take a responsibility for the other person's feelings, for the other person's reactions, and not trying to fix consequences of their decisions. For example, when an avoidant partner withdraws, it is not about you or your worth. It is not a reflection of your worth. Everything is okay with you. But if you start thinking something is wrong with you, this is the moment where you start taking responsibility for their feelings. And this naturally will lead you to try to change their feelings and even fix the consequences of their decisions. The victim mentality is when you try to fix what you did not break. All this does is make you feel helpless, as you're refusing to accept that you cannot control or fix other people's choices. Not taking responsibility for others' feelings means being able to handle the discomfort of losing control and accepting that their choices are not your responsibility. This does not mean you do not care about your partner, but you accept their choices as they are theirs to make, but not yours to fix. The next is being able to handle uncertainty and still clarify things. The difference between mature and immature mindset is how well we handle uncertainty. Because safety does not come from controlling everything, but from trusting ourselves to deal with whatever might come our way. Relationships, even strong ones, can fall apart. And pretty much the only constant in life is change. So while some uncertainty is natural in relationships, Unnecessary uncertainty often comes from our own inability to clarify things directly. Being with an avoidant partner teaches you how to handle uncertainty, but it also teaches you to recognize unnecessary uncertainty caused by not being able to clarify things. The same fear of rejection that makes avoidance withdraw also keeps people from asking the hard questions. When we fear the answer might not be what we want, we often resort to manipulation, like blaming, which only pushes the avoidant partner further away. And creates even more uncertainty. Nothing brings peace more than clarity, even if it is not the answer that we hoped for. Number 4 on this list is ability to know when to wait and when to move on. Waiting never means passively accepting emotional distance or ignoring your own needs. Waiting is about recognizing when your partner needs time to process and when they are truly not capable or willing to engage. Number 5, being honest with yourself about what you can give. We can only give what we truly have in abundance. If you give something that you lack yourself, it is a sacrifice, and you will not get payment back. But subconsciously, you may start expecting something in return, which can lead to feeling used. This often happens when we give up our own needs just to avoid the fear of rejection. We hope that by giving, we can make up for the emotional discomfort we are avoiding. Number 6, the willingness to do an inventory on what love and closeness mean to you. Avoidants search for the love they do not truly believe in, while those who are drawn to them often long for closeness that they fear. For both, love becomes something linked to struggle. Avoidants associate love with the fear of losing themselves, so they withdraw, and for them, love becomes something that they fight against. On the other hand, those attracted to avoidance may believe that love requires constant sacrifice or emotional turmoil, chasing a connection that always feels out of reach. So basically, in both cases, love is tied to discomfort and conflict with the belief that if it is not hard, then it is not real. So working with substitutions like this is key to healing in pretty much in any topic. But if you're interested in learning more about how to work with them, also please feel free to let me know in the comments. Identifying this kind of substitution and working with them is a key in this process of healing your attachment style. Number 7, seeing where you are avoidant toward yourself. Often we think we suffer because of someone else's behavior, but most of our pain comes from rejecting our own feelings in response to their actions. This could be feelings of helplessness, fear of losing control, fear of uncertainty that we can't manage, and no matter how perfect or unique we think we are, we often reject parts of ourselves when we grieve, when we feel scared, when we feel frustrated, because they do not align with the ideal image of who we think that we should be. And the real pain is not in being rejected by others, but in rejecting our own reactions when our expectations or hopes are not met. Probably one of the most important points on this list is the ability to let go. People often confuse letting go with not caring, but that's far from the truth. Letting go is a grieving process that includes 5 stages that I think everybody knows: shock, denial, anger, negotiation, depression, and acceptance. People stuck in repetitive dynamics with avoidance often get stuck in the negotiation stage. And here is how it looks in life. It's when you try to understand, when someone is indifferent to you, when you try to turn their coldness into warmth, when you try to break through emotional walls, when you try to get honesty from manipulation, when you try to find value where you are being devalued, when you try to earn recognition where you are being used, when you try to be seen where there is only self-interest exists, when you try to gain acceptance where there are only demands, when you seek connection in distance. Letting go means accepting that no matter how hard you try, some dynamics are beyond your control and can't be changed. To keep this video concise, I'm going to leave it here for now. But if you found this helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you'd like to dive deeper into this topic with a part 2. There is always more to explore when it comes to relationships, especially relationships with avoidance.